Top of the morning, everyone. It is August the 18th. Touchstones reading from a child of God and a recovering alcoholic addict. Let's have a moment of silence for those still out there in pain and suffering, please. Thank you. The years forever fashion new dreams when old ones go. God pity the one dream man. That's from Robert Goddard. May have mispronounced that, Robert. I'm sorry. A painful loss can seem like the end of hope for us. It is true that the place a lost loved one had in our lives will never be filled. The loss of a job may dash a dream that will not come true, at least not as we thought it would. The aging of our body comprises our physical strength, and we lose options that will not come around a second time. But change is a basic fact of life. We must empty a glass before we can fill it with something else. Our spiritual task is to become less rigid in our attachments and more accepting of the flow of life. When we look straight at our losses and allow ourselves to cry and grieve over them, we are saying goodbye and letting go. Grief cleanses the soul and frees us to move on to new dreams. The loss of a job may put us in a position to discover undreamed of possibilities. In time, the loss of a love heals, and it deepens our relationship with our higher power and with other friends. The other side of grief is freedom, and we are learning to have many new dreams in our lives. I pray for the freedom that comes with having dreams in my life. You know, I love this reading. I love them all. I've always been a dreamer. Even when I was drinking and drugging, I was a dreamer. And I always set goals that were unattainable as far as a dreamer goes. And I probably never expected to hit them just because I never really put forth in the effort to hit them. But I do know, like what it says up here when it was talking about, where'd it go? As we get older, you know, life changes. Life changes you, because the older you get, you're not allowed to do, or you're not able to do things like you used to, like run fast, or for me, it was the golf swing. You know, as I was a youngster, I'd be able to take the golf swing up at parallel up here, and then, you know, you finish the swing. And here in the last 10 years, you can only take it back like 3/4 of the way. And so I struggled with that because it changes your swing, how you hit the ball. Distance, yeah, you lose distance too, but it affects the timing, because you're not taking it back as far. You have to adjust a lot of things, and that goes, I believe, with life. You have to adjust your everyday life as you grow. Like me coming out of addiction, I'm growing into a new life of sobriety, and it changes your way of thinking. So a lot of things change. There's a lot packed into that statement, but yes, you just have to change. You have to adapt with whatever comes to you. So I love y'all very much. I hope you have a safe and blessed day. Peace.